Alright, so I've been wanting to do a video on this since the news broke about third-party sales of Nintendo Switch 2 games being kind of low. And a lot of people keep saying it's because of game key cards and stuff. I just kind of want to put my opinion out there. A lot of other YouTubers already put their opinion out there that I watch. You know, I've gassed them before, like Spawn Wave, RGT85, and Mad Little Pixel. Them guys have already done their videos, but I'm going to put my 2 cents in there. Because why not? I think my take on it is a little bit different than theirs, to be honest. Because honestly, I don't see a problem with the game key cards, and I'll get to why in a second. I do think they're stupid, but I also see why companies have to utilize them, especially if they're like a smaller third-party developer or something like that. But we'll get into that. So if you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment down below, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill. I don't know why I do that every video, but you guys know the drill. Anyway, let's get on with this video in this beautiful, hot Saturday afternoon. So let's get into it. So basically, the whole thing is like, oh, Switch 2 third-party sales are low. And a lot of people are saying, oh, it's because of game key cards and blah, 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 blah. And me, I'm like, okay, for one, think about this. It's only been out, what, like 2 weeks at this point? That's not really a good way to gauge the success or failure of like a third-party game on a platform, even if it is a Nintendo platform. Because let's be real, like Nintendo third-party stuff isn't why people buy Nintendo consoles. They buy Nintendo consoles for Nintendo published games like Mario Kart World, for instance. Not saying that people don't buy Nintendo consoles third-party games on there, but that's not what someone didn't go to a midnight launch and see Street Fighter 6 and be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna play Street Fighter 6 years 1 and 2 on Nintendo Switch 2. Woo! When it's already been on PS5 and Xbox for like forever. So that's the main thing that people need to understand. Is that that's why a lot of third-party, early on at least, why a lot of third-party games aren't really going to sell a ton. And the second reason is a lot of the third-party stuff they're bringing over to the Switch 2 has been out for a while. Like Street Fighter 6, Cyberpunk being the best-selling one, according to this article, or many articles. I'm not going to post any articles, because if you just Google Switch 2 third-party support sales, you'll probably see a billion articles. So you can just pick and choose what you guys want to view and read. But basically, they basically say the same thing. Like, oh, yeah, it's because of game key cards. No, that's only part of it. Like I said, third-party sales. All these games that are out right now, that mostly third-party, have been out for a while. Like Cyberpunk's been out for like what, 4 years or something like that at this point. I forget when that game came out. When did that come out? Let me look real quick. Let me pause this. Wow, that's been out since October 2020. But it's been put like in a playable state since like mid 2021. I think into 2022, I think is when they ironed out all the issues that it had. Because that was a shitty launch that game had. Like CD Projekt Red really had to step up and really fix that game. And it's actually really impressive on the Switch 2 as well. I'm going to put some footage in here for you guys to see Cyberpunk. It's actually really impressive. It's not going to be my gameplay because I'm not into Cyberpunk, but I'm just saying it's pretty impressive that the Switch 2 can actually like run this game at a decent frame rate. But yeah, like to get into the main potatoes of the video, why I'm doing this video is the game keycard aspect of things. Because there's a vocal minority online of people like me and other people that say it's because of these stupid key cards. Game key cards. Which Spawn Wave, RGT85, and Mad Little Pixel, they all have basically the same opinion that they're dumb. And if they're going to like buy these games, they might as well just buy it digital. But me, I'm on like, I don't know, I want to say like neutral ground with this because Yes, I think it's stupid that Nintendo's not producing smaller game cartridges like they were on the Switch. I don't know why the hell they're not doing that, but they're not, and it's really freaking stupid that they're not, because before on the Switch 1, they had multiple varying sizes of game cartridges, the max being 32 gigs. The only cartridge they're producing for Switch 2 is 64 gigs. That's it. Which, from what I've heard from other content creators, like the aforementioned people I've mentioned, they've stated that they've heard that the cost of these cartridges are like $17 to get them produced. Which, for a lot of companies, even Capcom, I guess, is too much money to spend on a 64 gig card if you're only going to use like, what, 8 gigs or 10 gigs? Hold on, let's see how big Street Fighter 6 is on Switch 2. Let me look real quick. And I'll get back to Street Fighter 6 in a second, because that is a glaring game that has an issue that I haven't. I don't know, I thought the game was smaller, but it's like 43 gigs. Damn, I didn't know it was 43 freaking gigs. Well, why didn't Capcom just put it on there then? It doesn't even make sense. Okay, whatever. That Street Fighter 6 is a really good example, I guess, but like, still, whatever. What the problem with that I have with Street Fighter 6, and a lot of people have with at least Street Fighter 6, is that the years 1 and 2 side of it, the DLC, isn't tied to that key card. It's tied to that stupid voucher piece of paper in there, which is stupid, because that means if you go to sell this key card, which you can do, that's the benefit of these key cards. You can sell them on the secondhand market to GameStop or wherever, and you can sell them. But games like Street Fighter 6, what the hell is the point? You're not going to get the DLC if you buy it. You're going to have to buy the DLC for $30, $40, whatever it is, and you'll still be out the same amount of money that the game is new, which I think is like $60. So like, what the hell is the point? Unless you wait like 3 years to buy the game, and then like the DLC is like $20 on sale or whatever. That's my issue with game key card. Like, why didn't they just put? Because all the key cards are here. This is why I left this over here. I left this over here for a reason. This is why I don't have an issue with game key cards. And this is a weird example, I know, but take Sparking Zero, for instance. This game disc, right here, this disc. This disc basically is the same thing that a game key card is, if you think about it. Because I highly doubt most of the game's data is on this disc. Usually all these discs have on them is basically maybe like a gig or less of data, and the rest is like you have to download it. So basically, you're basically doing the same thing when you put this in your Xbox, your PS5, whatever, and basically you're telling the system in question to let you download said game. Basically, it's the same thing. I get why people don't like it, but I mean, it's better than nothing. Like, I'd rather have something tangible on my shelf that has like a tangible cartridge in it than just a slip of paper. Case in point, there was a while ago, there was a Switch 1 game I saw at Walmart. It was like a bowling game. I don't remember the name of it, but it was like $5 or $10. I didn't realize when I bought it that it said no game cartridge inside, code inside the case. So I literally have an empty Switch case of a game that has no cartridge in it or a slip of paper anymore. So it's basically like just having a useless empty case. At least this has weight to it, and it has extras. Like, it has this lenticular thing. Like, I have extras with this, but this isn't a fair example because it's the Ultimate Edition. But my point is that I still am a physical collector at heart, and I get why people have issue with it. I get behind that, but at least we're getting something rather than a code inside the case. Like, I get it. People want everything to be on the cartridge, but the way I look at it, it really doesn't matter because let's say there's a day one patch. That cartridge is never going to have that day one patch to fix like a game breaking bug or whatever. So, like, honestly, it doesn't really matter, but I get it. In places like Limited Run and stuff like that, yes, they're the ones that are going to have to pick up the slack for stuff like this, if anything. Maybe down the line, they'll do like physical game runs of stuff, but I highly doubt it. But they are usually good about producing like final versions of stuff. Case in point, Doom Classics Collection before that got blasted by Doom 1 plus Doom 2, which is a way better version of Doom Classics, but I digress. Anyway, when that game got its like biggest final patch that fixed a bunch of stuff, Limited Run actually went back and reissued fixed cartridges that had the most recent patch on there for every game included. So that's what I mean. They'd have to reproduce a game that had a complete version of said game. Kind of like MK1 or MK11 Ultimate. MK1 isn't going to do a complete edition or whatever the hell it's called. I forget what it's called. The complete version of it. They're not doing a physical disc of that. MK11 Ultimate did. I have the PS5 version, but I also have the PS4 vanilla disc. But that PS5 disc. Thank you all for watching this video. If you did like it, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, click the bell button for all notifications so you get notified if I go live, post a video, post on my community page, or anything like that if YouTube does notify you. Sometimes it doesn't always do it, but hopefully it does for you guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for supporting my Patreon. Shoutouts go to my patrons Sonny Silva, Catfish Cat, Lee Fernay, Team Dale, Elliot Scott, Mac and Dude, Preliad, Harry Fernandez, William Scott, AJ Gottawa, Oliver Frederick, Landon Ernhorn, Marcus Malahi, Brianna, Nuclear Reactive Man, Rebecca H., Just Good Enough, Gorgon Koluskovic, Justin M. Daggins, Daniel Childs, Patrick Oliver, and Harold Huckabee. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. If you do want to support the channel, it's only $1 a month. That's all I ask. It really does help with the channel a lot to keep this going. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And this has been RollingWithKevin, and I am rolling out.